YouTube, what the crap's going on? HeirofCarthage here, with the Warriors of Chaos being led by Zero, and Freps 15 leading my beloved Marathi, and not because she's beautiful or kind, but you know, I like Marathi. She's a great lord in the game, and she does have her Heartrender and Dark Sword as well as Enchanting Beauty, so she will be doing some very nice debuffing. She's been paired with a Druki Master also on the Dark Pegasus. This is a cool thing, because now Marathi, if she's close enough to him, gets some physical resistance. We're going to have a couple of Dark Riders with repeater crossbows working for the Dark Elves, as well as some Scourge Runner chariots, anti-large unit. Clearly they were expecting some large armored monsters or infantry from Chaos, and we'll go check out Chaos's army, because you can see the Dark Elves are built to counter like Berserkers and monsters. Because see here, they have a Blackguard, light spears, and then some executioners right in the middle. And then these things were meant to pick at monsters. And then Marathi, of course, can get in and attack monsters along with the Master, who does pretty good damage against them. But instead, Chaos has come with just a massive Marauder build. You've got a front line, I believe, of 5 standard Marauders, and then a second line, I believe, of 5 more Marauders with great weapons. And then even more Marauders with Marauder Horsemen. So you got 4 of those in total, 2 on each flank. And then you got the Swords of Chaos and a Chaos Knight. And they are being led by Archaon the Everchosen, who does have Burning Head, and it looks like Flaming Sword of Ruin and Fireball. So Archaon is going to be tremendously powerful. Let's see if he has a Slayer of Kings. I don't know that he does. No, he doesn't have Slayer of Kings. Interesting choice there. Must not have expected to need it. It's definitely a very powerful item for Archaon, but must not have been enough money there. So, I mean, huge numbers for Chaos. Look at that, 1204 to 593 via numbers. So this is a classic numbers, quantity versus quality aspect right here. The Dark Elves have quality, the Chaos has the quantity, but I believe the Dark Elves are built for a different type of Chaos build. If Chaos had spent more money into single entity monsters or more expensive infantry units, I believe the Dark Elves would be built very well to counter that. But at the moment, they're going to be struggling. Their executioners will be excellent versus this infantry, but they won't trade well with the Chaos Marauders with great weapons. They'll eventually kind of get weighed down by these muscly Northmen who have some decent armor piercing value. And these guys definitely been hitting the gym. See them all here. So yeah, this is not going to be great for the Dark Elves. Just numbers are going to really be against them. And the Scourge Runner chariots are decent against infantry, but they're a little bit weaker than, say, like if you'd had a heavier chariot that can do a whole lot more infantry damage. They're going to have to watch out here, too. These Warhounds, if they couple up with the Marauder Horsemen, they could probably run down all these skirmishing units out here for the Dark Elves. So they're going to want to keep their distance, play it smart and safe. The crossbow riders here are going to have to be careful as well with their ammunition. Oh boy, yeah, this is not good. Dark Elves stumbled into the Warhounds here, and then immediately it's followed up by not just Marauder Horsemen. This is a Chaos Knight. This is a 120 armor, high melee defense. Yeah, this is going to be rough. The Dark Elves are going to be way out of their league. And here one of the Scourge Runner chariots starts to get run down, and another one is almost about to be caught by the Marauder Horsemen too, so yeesh, yeah, not a good start here for the Dark Elves. They definitely can't afford this. See what happens in the infantry game here. Archaon's not over here to use his magic against the executioners, and there's not really any missiles over here at the moment either, so this could be good for the Dark Elves. Their executioners, they get into combat right, could cause a lot of damage. Looks like Archaon's coming in after these chariots too. He is going to put a wallop on these chariots. They immediately almost rout in his presence, and I understand that. See the Dark Riders using their crossbows. But their crossbows, I mean, yeah, they're going to kill Marauder Horsemen, but this is just not the right trade for them. And then Archaon's going to actually almost catch them here, too. Manages to kill one of them. A very rough time. If Marathi dives down in here, though, she could get swamped. The Marauder Horsemen could hold her in place, and then Archaon just come in and finish. Marathi is very tough, and she can debuff things very well, but killing Archaon in any hurry is not going to be easy, so she's landed here trying to kill Marauder Horsemen. She kind of has to. It's going to be a Flaming Sword of Ruin. Yeah. Oof. Yeah, Chaos is going to be getting tough here. Yeah, Marathi, not the fight that she wants to be in. It could be difficult for her to get back in the air with all these Marauder Horsemen blocking here. She's just going to use a Doom Bolt. Little effect on the cavalry. Let's go check out the executioners. Not great here, like taking on 2 Marauder with great weapons. I mean, they'll do okay. They'll win the fight. See how they're just taking a lot of damage in the process? It's not a good, clean trade for the executioners, who normally will get their money's worth pretty quickly in an infantry fight. Not that infantry fight. At least I don't believe so. Morathi did get back in the air, which is really fortunate for her. Chaos just still has a ton of troops left. Dark Elves have lost about 180-ish troops, and Chaos has only lost about the same, so that is not a good trade for the Dark Elves. They're going to have to be trading at a much higher rate. And over here, they do start to mop up this fight. Executioners have gotten quite a few kills. You have a Blackguard here, too. There's just really not anything good here for the Blackguard to take on, other than the Swords of Chaos and that Chaos Knight. And it's not like those units are going to make themselves available for the Blackguard to be killed by it. They would also be useful against Archaon, but need to watch out. The Burning Head could do a lot of damage. It's not great against high armor, but it's still not the kind of damage that the Dark Elves are going to be able to afford to take here. Ooh, a Fireball. That's a pretty good aspect, too. Ooh! Man, that was a beautiful Fireball by Archaon. Hit them on a side aspect. Did a ton of damage to the Blackguard. Good grief. Yeah, that is not good for the Dark Elves. Look at these Javelins over here, too, just flying off the Marauder Horsemen. Morathi's going to come in over here, looking for a little opportunistic kill action. Executioners are starting to stack up some pretty serious kills, but look, they're still not even anywhere near a Chevron. It's not a good trade. Like, if they can't get anywhere near a Chevron with these Marauders, it is just not going to be a solid trade. Look at this, the Archaon and the Swords of Chaos just fling themselves into the Blackguard and just take them head on. It's a Soul Stealer on Archaon over here. The Blackguard are so damaged from that Fireball that, honestly, this is working. That was not a terrible fight. Like, the Blackguard are getting significantly weakened, and now Archaon and his troops are going to try and ignore them and go after something else. Really wasn't all that terrible. Yeah, look at this. The Marauder Horsemen are on station now. Those Blackguard are screwed. Yeah, they are utterly screwed. Ooh, Archaon took a beating over here. Got some Soul Blight. Now he's having to fall back. Not a good position for him to be in. But he does retreat nicely, and it looks like the Swords of Chaos are looking to come to his aid. And if they get there, it should be enough, because he's going to get some physical resistance from the Swords of Chaos. Morathi, of course, has physical resistance too, and Morathi is pretty tough, but she's going to be better. Archaon is a large target, but I mean, with these Swords of Chaos mixed into here, I just don't see them possibly stacking up enough damage against Archaon, because they're going to be getting clipped on these other models. And it's not going to go well. Yeah, see, Morathi's starting to take a beating. She's very powerful in terms of doing a lot of damage in her magic. Looks like a Doom Bolt coming in. That could be good. It's not bad. Got some pretty good damage done. But Morathi's done. She's toast. And then the Druchii Master's starting to lose here too. And then the Executioners also lost. And Chaos just takes this one home on the numbers. So Marauder spam for the win. I have to admit, I would not have come into this battle if I was playing the Dark Elves and Ferep's army. I would not have been expecting Marauder spam. It was a pretty solid pick by Zero here, and it worked out very well. Worked out very well for him. I mean, there was no way hardly for the Dark Elves to get any value here. I mean, there's nothing real expensive for the Dark Riders to shoot other than Archaon. It's not like Archaon's going to sit there and take that. And you got to deal with these 4 Marauder Horsemen. The Marauder Horsemen were an excellent pick. Help keep stuff like Dark Riders and Flyers from being as effective. They're quick. They can hurl a lot of javelins. Little Warhound to provide some speedy support for them. And then the heavier Knights to back things up. Just 10 Marauders. 10 Marauders, that's a lot of infantry to deal with. I mean, are they high-quality infantry? No, but most people don't come prepared to deal all that well. I mean, do the Dark Elves have tools? I mean, a Hydra would have absolutely taken a diarrhea dump all over these Marauders. Would have been an excellent unit, but I mean, I wouldn't normally be picking a Hydra against Chaos because I could be up against an Ogre Shaggoth or Kolek or Dragon Ogres or, you know, just a lot of things. that you wouldn't expect. And so, I mean, this is an interesting pick. Definitely a curious one by Zero, and really appreciate him sending this one in. Appreciate Freps here for playing the Dark Elves, and good pick with Marathi, even though it didn't work out for you. I mean, look at this. It didn't seem like she did all that great. She still racked up 2672 value, which is really pretty darn good. Look at the value here, though. I mean, the Marauders killing 172, they killed 172 Marauders, and it still wasn't worth it. I think their cost is like 1,200. I mean, look at all the damage they stacked up. Just not worth it. They apparently can't trade well with the Marauders. So it just makes it a difficult situation. And again, with the Dark Riders, even with all the damage they did, didn't even pay for themselves. So the Marauders just make a poor trade for the Dark Elves in this case. Anyway, enjoyed that one. I will be back with some more action soon. Hope you all are enjoying it. HeirofCarthage signing out for now. I will see you then.